back. Oh.
Welcome to Wild Ride. I'm Rita.
And I'm Tyler.
Oh, this is Wild Ride.
Yeah.
I messed that up. I was just really proud of you for just going right in.
But then you messed up because I normally say I'm Tyler.
Oh, okay.
It's okay.
I don't know what
Yeah,
I was doing.
it's okay.
I have a headache. It's really actually going away a lot, so it's not a real excuse.
And she really shouldn't complain about headaches. I've been headache free for basically a week, which is pretty good.
That is really good.
Good for what I was doing.
Yeah.
Where I was going. And when I get one, I shouldn't even say headache free. Haven't had a bad headache.
Okay.
Minimal, very minimal, which feels good. Like it hasn't taken me out of commission.
Yeah.
I can just lay down for a little bit and I'm good to go.
Other than concussions, have you been a headache girly?
Not really.
Okay. Me neither.
I've had a lot of concussions, so having them, I feel like has slowly brought on.
Big dogs.
They are big. They look like wolves.
They did. I'm literally reading a werewolf book right now, and I'm like, oh my god, it's a werewolf.
The book's coming to life. My headaches just slowly have gotten more as life has gone on.
Yeah.
Due to, I assume, concussions and more stress. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you're not a headache girly.
No, I'm not. And I just got one today. I don't know if I was staring at my computer too much or what I was doing, but...
Did you drink all your water?
I did drink all my water.
Can I tell you a funny thing about Rita? She...
No, you can't.
No, I'm not telling you.
Oh.
I can't tell them?
I mean, I guess.
Now we have
I don't
to.
think it's that funny.
She doesn't drink other water besides her own water.
I just like my cold filtered water. I don't drink tap water. Not because I think it's gross.
Privilege.
I just don't like it.
She's a little picky on more than one thing.
But I also don't use plastic water bottles ever.
Which
I refuse to do
we
that.
appreciate that.
Okay.
But she fills up 3 giant water bottles.
Sometimes 4.
Oh my gosh. 4. The night before work. Puts them all in the fridge, so she's got 4 big water bottles and carries them to work.
Yep.
I mean, I'm great that you're drinking water and staying hydrated. I should learn from you.
Yeah.
But it just feels so silly.
Yeah. No, I've been told by many people that it's weird. But I've just found a system that works for me. I get all the water I need. I'm happy camper. I do only put 2 of them in the fridge now because my boyfriend did get annoyed with all the water bottles in the fridge. So now I just put 2 in the fridge overnight. And then I put 2 in the fridge when I get to work. The 2 that were warm.
Wow.
You know.
How many times a day do you pee?
Honestly not that much. I got a bladder of steel.
I mean, yeah, you're a teacher. We're a teacher.
And I mean, it's not like I'm sitting there holding it or anything, but I go when I have to go, but I really don't pee that much.
That's how I feel. People have made comments about the amount of times I pee, but I'm I'm not holding it. If I had to pee, I would go pee.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Yeah.
And yes, I don't drink as much water as you, and I need to drink more, but...
And it's been a long time that I've been good about drinking water, but I definitely upped it when I was having my, noids.
Oh, yeah.
Because water really helps with that. Yeah.
I used to be good at drinking water. I had the hydro jug thing that I was telling you about.
Yep.
And I would be good about drinking one of those a day. But I think when I became a teacher, having to hold my bladder, that changed it for me.
Yeah, my OB/GYN told me she has a lot of teachers who hold it and then have bladder issues. And I had a professor in college who's yep, your first couple years of teaching you're gonna have a lot of UTIs, bladder infections. And I was like, That should have been, like, one of the first signs
Yeah.
of how toxic of a profession it was, but
Or, like,
we all just laughed. We're like, oh, that's so silly.
it won't happen to me. How many UTIs later from Taylor?
Yeah.
So one time, Rita was dying. So I thought, and I do take...
I didn't think I was dying, for the record.
I thought she was dying, and I was there to help her.
I literally just texted you, hey, I haven't had a UTI since, like, I was a kid, and I think I might have one. Like, what does it feel like? What are the symptoms? And paragraphs later. First, she went through all the stuff for the UTI, and I was like, oh, maybe I don't have one. And then she's like, okay, well, you need to go to the hospital right now because you're dying. I don't even remember, like, all the ailments that you thought I might have.
Yeah.
But you were on, like, Google, and it was...
Yeah, that shows how I find my ailments.
And I feel like I didn't even, like, fully respond. I might have, like, liked the message.
You liked it. Because, so for the UTI one, I gave her full description of, like, how I feel. And then I went shopping in the Target cart and bought took pictures of everything that I buy for that, in addition to, like, what I take daily for my vaginal health. And then she just thumbs up it. I'm like, okay. And she goes, I'm still in a lot of pain. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, it's probably your appendix. I was like,
appendix attack.
I was like, mine didn't rupture, but you should probably go into the emergency room.
And I was sitting there, like, getting all this information, and I was like, what is happening? I was like, I really feel like I'm fine. Like, I don't even know what I would say when I go into the doctor right now. And then, I think literally the next day I was like, yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. You're like, I think I just needed to drink water or poop or something. It was something so ridiculous.
I mean, I'm really glad that you were, like, there for me.
I got you.
I truly appreciated it. But I also was confused because I was like, this is not what I meant. Like, I did not mean for you to, like, go on Google and, like, fill up a Target shopping cart. Like,
was I jobless at that point?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I mean, you had time on your hands, but, like,
Clearly.
you did not need to spend it on my, like, minor aches and pains.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it explains how I go all or nothing.
And honestly, this is probably a good segue to what it's about. Like, you're a good friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much so. I was also thinking a good segue into my health issues, too.
Oh my gosh. So many segues.
But we should check back later.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
We're pausing. But it's going to feel like we didn't pause at all.
Yeah, we're just running to the store quick.
Okay, bye. Oh. Why isn't it stopping? We are heading on.
Oh.
I didn't forget. I remembered. We're back.
Part 2. We just got some goods.
We did. Oh, that's attached to your head.
We just got done talking about, like, how...
You're a good friend that has a lot of health issues.
A lot of health issues. But, like, how you go all or nothing. And I was going to say, it goes along with my growing up. I've always had a lot of health issues that have never been diagnosed.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, having to do, like, I just choose to do extensive research, or, like, trying to figure out, like, how to save myself, or, like, help, or however the case is. So I think that plays a big role in it.
Yeah.
And then now finding out potentially some answers to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like all paying off.
Yeah. Can be a good advocate for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
The doctor.
Yeah.
Which...
Someone's got to be, right?
Yeah. No, and I mean, that's something I learned when I had bad experiences at the doctor. I'm like, nope. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of great doctors, but at the end of the day, you have to advocate for yourself and...
Keep pushing for what you think you need.
Yeah. And there's also bad doctors, which is unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Very crazy.
I think what our actual topic was going to be...
Yeah, sorry.
Was going to be friendships.
Woohoo!
So, are you my friend?
Well, you've never asked me.
Well, I'm asking you now. Will
Yes.
you be my friend?
I will be your friend.
Oh, good. Thank goodness. Whew, I'm glad we got that covered. That's a big weight off my shoulders, honestly.
One thing I think is cool about our friendship that I don't know if I've said this before, like, on the potty, but our friendship is so strong that nothing could tear us apart, or, like, unless you have other thoughts.
I mean, I don't know, you do some wild shit.
I do some wild shit, but, like,
just kidding.
I've already done some wild shit, and you haven't left me yet, so, that's where I feel pretty safe where I'm at.
Yeah.
And we hold each other's, like, deepest, darkest secrets. And like Kelsey Ballerini says, like, it's going to the grave with me.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's just how it goes.
Mm-hmm. And I think, I just locked the door with my elbow. I don't know what I think anymore. Oh, yeah, I do. I think it's just, like, a good testament to, like, you can make new friends at, like, any point in your life. Because it kind of, you know, you have your friends, like, from your hometown, like, throughout school growing up, and then you go to college and you have those friends.
Yeah.
And then after college, it's really hard to find friends. And I know that's something I've talked to a lot of people our age about. And honestly, in my head, I'd kind of been like, oh, I'll make friends when I'm, like, a mom. And then I'll make, like, mom friends and couple friends and, like, that kind of thing. And I mean, hopefully in that phase of my life, we'll make friends then too. But every phase, you can make really good, solid friendships.
Yeah. For some reason, I feel like I may have said this before, but it's a good thing to repeat, if so, is friends are here for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And, like, that quote has, like, stuck with me and has made me accept and understand that every friend that you have had or had, like, they may not be in your life forever. And that's okay.
Yeah.
And, like, I think I'm a big believer in, like, finding a positive or, like, the reason of, like, why something happened in your life or why that person was in your life and, like, what you can learn from them or the situation and moments. And, like, looking back at friendships and relationships, like, what I've learned from them. And, yeah, some of them are not as strong as they were before, but that's just the stage of life I was at or what I needed at the moment or who I was then, which I think is kind of crazy, but cool.
Yeah. And I just think, like, everyone I've ever been friends with, I wish them all the best, and I wish them well, and if they reach out, like, I'm definitely gonna, like, respond and be there, and I think about them often, and I tell stories about them often. They're such, like, a big piece of your life, whether they're in it for the lifetime or not.
And I think, like, we talk about this too, like, friendships look different, and there's, like, so many different types of friendships.
Yeah.
And I think we have another podcast about that. We should
maybe
link up or something.
I think when we talked a lot about, she goes by Hello Hayes on, like, TikTok and Instagram, and she has a podcast now, and she has something that really resonated with me called the besties theory. And, like, a friend can, like, Tyler and I's friendship falls into, like, several of the categories, but some friends will only be in one category, some friends will be in two, some, like, all those kind of things. And some friends will shift different categories throughout your life.
And, like, for example, some of the categories are
like, dead bestie, dead body bestie. Which I just said so casually, and then I realized it sounded crazy. But, like, it's that person who, like, no matter what, however crazy the situation is, they're gonna be there. Like, you're probably not talking to them every day, you're probably not hanging out with them on the regular, but, like, shit hits the fan and they're gonna be there for you, no matter what. And then you have,
North Star.
Your North Star, kind of keep you on track. They know who you are as a person. There's, God, it's been a while since I looked at them, but I think we both have notes in our phone.
And one thing, both of us did is we wrote them down and wrote, like, our friends where they lay in there. And for me, that was a great visual and, like, understanding of, like, where my friends are at and the, like, how they impact my life in a sense.
And
in
it
different
helps
areas.
set, like, the expectations for your friends, too. Like, one person can't be everything all the time. That's a lot to expect of another person. And that's a lot of you to expect of yourself to give to another person also. I don't know. I wish it's something I would have had, like, leaving college and, like, starting my next phase of life, because I really struggled with that transition.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people do, because it's so hard. Life has been so structured up until that point, and then everyone kind of scatters, and it's hard.
And just high school. The end of high school, like you said, like, leaving, going to college, but, like, it's
I think
okay.
that was a little different for me, because my high school experience wasn't as positive as yours.
And I would say, like, mine was different, especially since I did PSEO, so I wasn't necessarily there the whole time and had that same experience. But also just, like, the expectations we hold on our friends. Is that how we say it? The expectations we hold. No, the expectations we hold
them
to because we have high expectations of ourselves.
Yeah.
And care about ourselves and prioritize ourselves and our mental health and self-esteem and self-worth.
And I think just friendship is so incredibly important. I mean, you can look to so many studies on the impacts that it has on your mental health and even your, like, longevity, how long you live for. It's so incredibly important. Isolation is really bad, and we can see that from, like, the effects of the pandemic. Mental health plummeted.
And just, like, the children who were raised in the pandemic and their social skills and how they're able to make friends, how that has changed.
Yeah. And it's so important. Like, I love that we have the technology to FaceTime and text and send voice messages, but the chemicals, the feel-good chemicals you get when you are, like, in person with someone is different than you can get, like, in any digital way.
Which that's mind-blowing.
It is. And I think that's why I think it's so important to, like, prioritize
getting together with
getting
friends.
together. Like, that quality time too. Not just the, like,
whether
you're
it's
together.
your love language or not. Just because we know the benefits.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate what we have been doing is prioritizing our friendships and making time to meet more than once a month. And I feel like we would never regret it. Like, obviously we always have a great time, and it's so fun.
I don't know if this is something we've ever talked about, but, like, when we both left our previous job where we had, like, met and became friends, did you have any, like, were you nervous at all about what would happen to our friendship when we weren't seeing each other every day? I don't know if we've ever talked about this.
Slightly. There definitely was, like, it was there, but I feel like I felt pretty strong about who you were and how our relationship was, that it wasn't gonna dissipate completely.
Yeah. I would kind of agree with that. I mean, I was in such a bad place mentally, which probably affected it. But I did have some, like, fears of, like, oh, well, it'll just, like, fall apart. It'll, like, fade over time.
Yeah.
But, I mean, honestly, it's just gotten stronger.
Well, and...
which is the reality instead of just my fears.
But also, like, leaving our job, so seeing each other every single day. In addition to, I moved and our distance was...
I think that was even a bigger thing for me than the job,
too. Because, I mean, yes, we saw each other at school every single day for, like, a little bit, but we also would hang out outside of school several days a week. And
it was just easy because we were right there.
Yeah. So I think that was kind of the big change. But, yeah, as we know, like, the heart grows fonder when you're apart. So our heart is growing for each other. That's why our love is stronger.
That was cringy.
Sorry. That's why I know she'll stay with me forever.
Oh.
Shut up. Stop thinking of it in a gross way.
I'm not thinking in a gross
Love is
way.
love.
It's just creepy.
It's
like,
not
I don't
creepy.
know.
You're thinking of it in a creepy way.
I'm not thinking in a creepy way.
Friendship
creepy
is love.
isn't the right word.
Yeah.
I think just
Creepy is
I'm gonna
a
go back
wrong
to my
word.
first word. It's cringy. It's just a little cringy.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
Oh man.
I love friends. I love making friends, but also I've just like realized how hard relationships are. Every relationship. Relationships with family and friends and significant others, like how much effort and work it takes to create a healthy, lasting, enjoyable relationship. It's hard work.
It is hard work, and I think it's a lot about honesty and like we really haven't had that many like fights. I don't think we've ever really had a fight, but like we've had moments where like the other person has let us down in some way, and we've just been like honest about our feelings about it, and then you can just move on because you're not like harboring
Something.
things.
Yeah. And what we have is such an open and honest relationship in the fact of like what we share with each other. Like, yeah, like we said, my deepest, darkest secrets only you know. Like that's crazy. Like you know deep shit. But also like if I'm going through something in any aspect of my life, I feel comfortable talking to you about it. Like there's nothing that I wouldn't feel comfortable talking to you about, whether it's about you or me or a relationship or what.
And it's just, it's so incredibly important to be able to just talk about things. Like, you never should have to, like, keep something inside and totally to yourself. And I know we've had friends who are, like, with us, and they're like, whoa, like, I didn't know people talked about that or, like, said those things out loud. And we're like, why not?
Yeah.
Like, why? Because that just makes you feel bad, and once you start saying things out loud, it's like, oh, you're not alone at all.
And like we're all human, we're all living in the same world, like with some experiencing the same things. Why not talk about it and share share experiences. And honestly, we've had a lot of great feedback of like when we have been open and honest. Yeah. Like where people are
you can
enjoy
like,
your times
see,
with us.
Like the relief. And like I know I've felt it when like you say something out loud that you thought you were the only person in the world like who was experiencing it, and you like might have felt shame or embarrassed or like whatever about it, and you say it out loud, and like other people are like, oh my gosh, me too, or like, oh, my cousin went through that, or like whatever, and just like the relief your whole body feels of like, oh, thank God I'm not alone.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's such a good feeling.
Such a good feeling. Also, though, something I want to make a point of, you and I have something special with our friendship in the fact, like, we do talk about absolutely everything, and that's, you might not do that with your friend. Like, yeah, there's friends who I don't do that with, and that's okay. It doesn't, like, it's not a good or bad.
That's something you've worked on, is like having boundaries.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that is important to have, like, even with your significant other. Like, you might not share absolutely everything.
Yeah.
I think, obviously, to an extent.
Yeah.
Maybe you do.
I
think
know.
It depends on your boundaries.
I think it's just so different. Like, I could never have the same kind of relationship that I have with you with a man.
That's where I was trying
and
to,
I'm
like,
straight,
get it, yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
I think
so
maybe
different.
it's because we're both females.
We're just girls.
We're just girls.
We're just girls. Remember, I don't like the word females.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for correcting me.
No, it's okay.
I want to say girls, and then I, like, panic and like females. And then
I
it's
think
wrong, and then I'm like, girls.
Yeah.
Girl power. Where do I go wrong?
Yeah.
Why do I go there?
I mean, some people have an issue with girls because they see like girls as kids and like we're women. I don't have that issue as much because I also say boys, and I think other people don't say boys, they say men and then girls, and that is probably a problem. But if you're saying boys and girls, like, yeah.
I do associate boys as I do. Maybe that's wrong of me. Like,
yeah,
especially like even if they're older, like if they're acting like a young child, I will refer to them as a boy. Like when talking about them versus a man.
I don't know exactly where I sit on this yet. I have undecided.
Yeah, me too. But I say girl power like it's my job, so.
Free promotion over here for all the girls.
It is.
This car has an analog clock in it.
I don't know how to read it really. Like I do, but like I'm not gonna take the time to figure out what time it is.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's 6:05, right? Don't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was like, don't even. You can't F with me like that.
That was kind of fun. Sorry. Oh, that was mean.
Yeah, that was
mean. Girl.
Yeah, your mean girl's coming out.
I think that's one thing I will say that, like, growing up, I had to learn. Like, if someone's not nice to you, like, they're not your friend. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're around someone who doesn't make you feel good, don't be around them anymore.
Yep.
And don't, like, feel bad about that.
Mm-hmm. It's so important, and it's so hard to learn growing up, I feel like, especially in high school for me, because it's like, those are kind of the only people you have to make friends with, and what if they're all mean?
Yeah, and I'd prefer to have good, close friends than, like, big groups of people. Mm-hmm. Like, the big groups can be fun, and, like, I don't have that personally, and, like, sometimes I miss it because some of, like, the fun things you can do when there's a bigger group, but I also just, like, value good friendship over just bodies to fill space.
Yep. I think we also just really enjoy, like, quality time. Like, quality time. Like, not just...
Quality.
Yeah, not just surface level quality, like...
Quality.
Quality time. Like, very meaningful and intentional. Is more so what I was getting at.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I think it's time.
Okay.
The brain isn't functioning quite well. Okay. Can you help us out here?
Sure. What do we need help with?
Ending it?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we could end it on a different note.
Okay.
I don't know how.
I think we just end it.
Okay.
Thanks for riding with us.
Oh my gosh, our next episode is going to be my birthday. We're gonna blog it. Yeah. If that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Oh my gosh.
We could do
birthday
2
episode coming soon.
AKA this weekend. Potentially the following. Oh.
Fun.
Are we Alex Earl?
Oh my gosh.
Or Alex Cooper? It's like I am a mix of... I'm Alex Earl more. You're Alex Cooper.
I don't know which one's which.
Alex Cooper is the one who does the podcast. Alex Earl is... Yes. Alex Earl is the model, kind of.
I don't think I know her.
Yeah, maybe not. But you've probably seen of her, maybe.
Okay.
Just an influencer.
Okay.
Popular one.
Well, yeah. So
That's
thanks
it.
for riding with us.
I'm Tyler.
Tune in next time for a birthday episode.
That's Rita.
Like, follow, and subscribe.
Drive safe.
Love you.
Bye.
Beep beep.
Oop.
Ooh, that was 3.
That was 3.